వెల్కమ్ టు అతిథితో కాసేపు. ఈరోజు మనతో రోనీ ఆకురాటి ఉన్నారు. 7 సంవత్సరాల్లోనే తన యాక్టింగ్ కెరియర్ని స్టార్ట్ చేసి పెద్ద సినిమాల్లో మంచి లీడ్ రోల్స్ని సంపాదించుకున్నారు. తన గురించి మరిన్ని విషయాలు తననే అడిగి తెలుసుకుందాం.
When I was 10, my father decided who I should marry.
This is your wife.
I have a wife?
But I was in love with the girl next door.
You should talk to her instead of being a peeping Tom.
What do you think of these all-American metal grilling contests?
It's not a contest, it's a barbecue.
It is done. The pruners are coming over Sunday for a metal grilling barbecue.
What's cooking? Where are these pretty ladies?
This is my wife and daughter.
Who's who?
I'm Nalini.
Melanie.
Nalini.
Melanie.
Smith?
Never run with a loaded gun. It's dangerous and stupid. Stay here, don't move. Son of a...
Don't worry, he'll be back soon. My parents are splitting up. I can't stay here. I don't want to lose my best friend.
Smith?
I knew you'd come.
Running after girls, saving their lives? Like a knight in shining armor.
Hurry up, Smith! Lickety-lick!
Lickety-split!
Hi Roni, where are you from?
I am from Chicago, but now I live in Los Angeles.
Okay. Tell me about your hobbies and interests.
Obviously, I'm very interested in acting. Also, I love reading books, watching movies and TV shows, and I also like watching football and playing American football.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the Chicago Bears.
Okay. What made you interested in acting?
The first time I tried acting, my mom sent me to an acting class. So, akkada nenu acting try chesanu etla untudo naku teliyadu. Then I found out that I really liked acting. I was like, this is fun, this is interesting, I want to do more. So, appudu my mom, she sent me to different acting classes, and then she also let me audition for different theaters and different plays. So, one of the plays that I got was The Christmas Carol, where I played Tiny Tim. That was in the Goodman Theater in downtown Chicago. When my mom sent me for that and I got that part and I completed the play, that's when I knew that I really liked acting, because after just experiencing it, I loved the experience. Appudu naku telusu nenu acting try cheyali.
Okay. At the age of 7, you started as a theatre artist. Tell me about your experiences.
Like, the first time I went on stage, I was a little nervous, but I wasn't that nervous, because actually, before I did theater and acting, I was a dancer, so I danced at different places, and there they had stages with huge crowds. So there, after dancing, crowd mundu dance chesetappudu, then I learned how to, calm my nerves. So the first time being in theater wasn't that nervous, but it was very fun, especially after the first performance, and I thought I did well. Then every single day I did the performance. That was super fun.
Okay. Apart from theatre artist and acting, what else can you do?
Apart from theater and acting, I also dance a little bit. I sung a little bit in my plays, and I also do stand-up comedy.
Okay. Tell me about your movie Growing Up Smith.
My movie Growing Up Smith is about an immigrant family. Lucknow nunchi America ki 1979 lo vacharu. America lo unnappudu how they adjust to living in America, and how Smith, my character, he wants to be an American. So he wants to try American things, he wants to be part of American culture. But his parents, they want him to be Indian. They want their Indian family to feel like they're living in India even though they're living in America.
Okay. Can you tell us a dialogue from that movie?
The opening scene, my father, he shows me a picture, and he says, "This is your wife." And I say, "I have a wife?"
Okay. Can you compare and make out similarities between you and Smith?
I mean, there are some similarities between me and Smith. Just how our parents are Indian and we kind of sometimes don't want to always be 100% Indian. But Smith is, especially his parents and him, he's very different. Especially he's in 1979 and he wants to be, his situation is a little bit different. So the way his mindset is also different because he's very optimistic. He always thinks, okay, everything will be fine and I'll be American. So yeah.
Okay. Do you find any difference between the 70s kid and being a kid of now?
Yeah, being Smith in the late 70s and now is very different, especially since also just living in America at that time was different because right now when I was growing up, nenu Chicago lo undappudu ma community lo 13-14 Telugu family lo unnaru. Appudu every week we used to meet and so it didn't really feel like we were the only Indians. We felt like, oh, there's an Indian community here and sometimes it just feels, it doesn't feel like you're alone. But in Smith's case, and in 1979, there aren't that many Indian families and in Smith's neighborhood there are none except for him. So he feels like there's really nobody else who's Indian and so he feels alone and scared.
Okay. What, according to you, is the difference between the teens of America and teens of India?
I've just started to be a teenager because I just turned, well, I've been 14 for a couple months now. But the biggest difference, I don't really think there is that much of a difference. The only difference is like the culture is a little bit different and the circumstance a little bit different. But I think teenagers anywhere in the world, they kind of act the same and kind of want the same things.
Okay. Telugu movies ishtama, English movies ishtama?
Nenu both movies, Hollywood, Indian movies chustanu. కానీ ఇష్టమైతే సినిమాలు they're not really like the Indian movies are better than the American movies or American are better than Indian. It's some Indian and some American movies are bad, some are good, some are great. So it's like all are movies. So it's not really one is better, one is worse. It's the movies themselves.
Who is your favorite actor in Hollywood?
In Hollywood, my favorite actor is Chris Pratt.
Okay. And in Tollywood?
Allu Arjun.
Allu Arjun. Being brought up in Chicago, you played a role of an Indian boy in growing up Smith. How did you cope up with that?
Getting into the character of Smith, there was like definitely some things that are very similar, like I said earlier. So avi naku chala easy ga vachai kani adi different time lo undi 1979 lo undi parents chala different ga unnaru chala strict ga unnaru అందుకే కొంచెం అది కొంచెం ఛాలెంజింగ్ గా ఉంది రీసెర్చ్ చేయాలి. I had a couple weeks with the script to like read it and then get to do some research and understand Smith.
Okay. During in your theatre arts, you've played a major role in The Jungle Book.
Yes, I played Mowgli.
Okay, can you please tell something about that?
Yeah, so The Jungle Book was a musical. And we did that in the Goodman Theatre. It's the same theatre that I did the Christmas Carol, and I played Tiny Tim in a couple of years earlier. So that entire experience was very fun. I got to go on stage almost every day, and the entire just being on stage for the majority of the time and acting more and more. That was a lot of fun. And also that play also traveled to Boston. So being in Boston was also a great experience because I had never been there before. I never explored it before. So I got to be in Boston, explore Boston, and still do acting.
Okay. What do you think is better, stand-up comedy or theatre arts or movies?
I like theatre and movies a lot. Theatre is nice because it's all they say it from beginning to end, so it feels like you're telling a story, and it's over a long period of time. But also that you have to do it every day. But also there's like it's a big stage and the acting style is very different. So it's very hard to compare the three because each one is different and separate. Even though it's acting, they're still in a movie and a theater. You act very differently. But movies I think are my favorite. Especially growing up Smith was a lot of fun to film.
If given an opportunity to choose between playing for the football team of Chicago and acting, what would you choose?
I'd probably choose acting. Endukante nenu acting ante naaku చాలా ఇష్టం, and I know a lot more about acting than I do about football, and how to play football. I don't really know as well as I know how to do acting.
రోనీ గురించి మరిన్ని విశేషాలు తెలుసుకునే ముందు ఒక చిన్న విరామం తీసుకుందాం. వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు అతిథితో కాసేపు. Has your education been a problem for you during your acting?
No, it hasn't really been a problem at all. I always get my work done, and I'm able to learn and still take the exams and pass it, and with very good grades. So my parents always say, if you want to continue with acting, you always have to get good grades. Yeah, they always say if you get a bad grade, then no more acting. But even in America, the laws when I'm filming, they require you to do school. So 3 గంటలు 4 గంటలు స్కూల్లోనే ఉండాలి, చదవాలి అని రూల్ ఉంటుంది అక్కడ. అప్పుడు నేను స్కూల్ వర్క్ చేయొచ్చు. Even at night at home, I'll do school work to make sure I can catch up and keep learning and not have my education being lost.
Okay. Are there any times where you felt I shouldn't have taken acting as my career? I should have done something else?
No, not really, because acting to me, I really love it. So I want to continue acting because I feel like it's very fun for me, and it's nice because it also entertains people. And so I don't think I've felt that way because I feel like I want to do more.
Do you sing?
Kunchum parta. I sang for acting. I sang in the musicals for Christmas Carol and for the Jungle Book.
Okay. Can you sing something for us?
Sure, I'll sing one of the songs from the Jungle Book, the bare necessities. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean those bare necessities, all Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life.
Okay. You've acted in Growing Up Smith, and obviously you must have got remuneration. What did you do with your first income?
Acting nunchi income nenu ఖర్చు పెట్టను. I always save it. Oka bank account undi, the savings account. College work, I don't touch that, and my parents don't touch that.
Seeing your friends go to school every day, playing with other kids, and having fun, chilling around. Mm-hmm. Did you ever miss all that?
I don't miss that because whenever I'm not doing filming or anything, I'm always at school, and I get to experience that as well. So I don't feel like I'm missing out, and even when I'm not there and they're having fun, I'm doing acting, which to me is very fun. It doesn't feel like a job or work. It feels like an experience that's fun for me.
Okay. How do you feel when people recognize you? Oh, look, there he is, the boy who acted in Growing Up Smith.
I mean, for me, I feel happy that people are recognizing me and people have seen the movie and that they've enjoyed the movie and that they're recognizing me.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
I hope to be an actor who is working in Hollywood with a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows. So that's what I want to be, maybe even in India.
Okay. Could you please tell us a dialogue from the Telugu movies?
Okay. ఎవరు కొడితే దిమ్మి తిరిగి మైండ్ బ్లాక్ అయిపోద్దో ఆడే పండుగాడు.
Okay. Are you having any plans of acting in the Tollywood industry?
Right now there are no plans, but ఒక ఆపర్చునిటీ వస్తే తప్పకుండా తీసుకుంటాను.
Okay. What kind of genre do you prefer in acting?
Acting, I don't prefer a genre for acting, even though the genres are very different for comedy and action and sci-fi. Acting style different గా ఉంటుంది కానీ నేను అన్నీ ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తాను.
Okay. What kind of movies do you watch?
నేను అన్ని మూవీస్ చూస్తాను కానీ హారర్ మూవీస్ చూడలేను నేను.
Okay.
But I like watching comedy, action, sci-fi, fantasy, adventure, all of those.
So you're telling you've not watched The Conjuring?
No.
Okay. As you said earlier, you like doing stand-up comedies. Can you perform something for us?
Sure. So one time, my mom, Chicago gold kuntundi. Store lo, we were there for 8 hours the entire day for 7 days a week because my mom was on her iPhone waiting for the price of gold to drop. Oh, go lower, come on, go lower. And sometimes when my mom picks up the phone, she starts speaking Telugu instead of English. Hello, everything no English. Everything no English. Oh, hello Padma. Oh, అది ఏం లేదు. I thought you were a bill collector. You know, when ఎప్పుడు మనం బయట తినాలి అంటే మా ఫ్యామిలీ చాలా గొడవ అవుతుంది. మా అన్న, let's go to Chinese. Oh no, let's go to Italian food. But my dad, he always says, no. We are going to Indian food. But Dad, why would you go to an Indian restaurant when you can eat Indian food at home? No. The point of eating Indian restaurant is not to eat Indian food. It is to escape your mother's cooking.
Do you humorize your family with your jokes and all?
Yeah, a lot. A lot of my jokes are on my family and how sometimes they do funny things.
Okay. How is your family supporting you in your acting and studies?
I mean, both my parents are very supportive. First time acting try chesapudu my mom joined me in the acting class. Nenu cheppanu, oh, I really like acting, I want to do more acting. Appudu em theatre lo unnai ekkada acting cheyali amma chusindi. Appudu she sent me to theatre. She said ikkada acting cheyachu, audition cheyali, baga cheste ఇంకా ఈ ప్లేలో యాక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. So she really showed me the way to acting. She found opportunities for me and then gave them to me to see if I would want to continue. So my mom's been very supportive and my dad is also very supportive. He loves that I do acting, but they also are very big on education because they always say if you get any bad grades, no more acting.
Okay. Apart from acting as a career, did you think you'd want to become something else?
I mean, before acting, I thought of a lot of things. Oh, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a doctor. And even now, my mom says always have a backup plan in mind. And my dad says, okay, always think of a career that you can have other than acting just in case it doesn't
What
work.
is the backup plan other than acting?
Right now, my parents are in technology in the US, so I'm thinking of that too, but I really don't know because I'm in my first year of high school. In America, 9th grade is first year of high school. So I still have 3 more years before I decide where I go to college and what kind of job I have.
Okay. Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have one older brother. He's a year older than me.
Is he supporting to your acting career?
Yeah, he's supportive of my acting career. He loves it. He loves watching the movies and he thinks it's really cool. But also at the same time, he doesn't want, because when my mom sent me to acting and auditions, my mom would also send my brother to acting. He doesn't like it though, because he's very studious. He would rather stay in school and do work.
Presently working on any projects?
ఇప్పుడైతే నేనేం ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ చేయట్లేదు. ఇప్పుడే ఒక టీవీ షో అమెరికాలో అయింది. In 2017 I did a couple other TV shows.
Okay, when can we expect them to be on TV?
ఇప్పుడు late 2017 లేకపోతే early 2018లో వస్తాయి.
Okay. టాలీవుడ్లో మీ ఫేవరెట్ యాక్టర్ ఎవరు?
అల్లు అర్జున్ నా ఫేవరెట్ యాక్టర్. నేను ఎక్కువ అల్లు అర్జున్ మూవీస్ చూసాను నేను చిన్నప్పుడు, అందుకే చాలా ఇష్టం యాక్టర్.
ఓకే, మీకు కనుక ఒక ఆపర్చునిటీ వస్తే తెలుగు ఇండస్ట్రీలో మూవీలో యాక్ట్ చేయడానికి, విత్ హూమ్ వుడ్ యూ లైక్ టు వర్క్?
మంచి రోల్ వస్తే యాక్ట్ చేస్తాను.
మరి తెలుగు మూవీస్లో అంటే సాంగ్స్కి డాన్స్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. కెన్ యూ మేనేజ్ డూయింగ్ దట్?
నేను ఫస్ట్ స్టార్ట్ ఆఫ్ మై కెరీర్ డాన్సింగ్. నేను యాక్టింగ్ చేసే ముందు నేను డాన్స్ చేస్తా, కల్చరల్ ఈవెంట్స్లో డాన్స్ చేస్తాను, టెంపుల్లో డాన్స్ చేస్తాను. అందుకే నాకు డాన్సింగ్ వచ్చు, సో నేను చేయగలను.
If given a chance, which movie would you like to act in?
Any movie where I think that's interesting or it's an interesting role, because when I think of acting I like to explore new characters and explore new worlds. So I don't really know which movie I would like to do, but I would like to do any movie.
Is there anybody who inspired you to get into acting?
I wouldn't say there was something or someone who inspired me, but I just loved acting when I started it. I enjoyed it, and that's what really inspired me to keep going.
Where do you see yourself in the next 10-15 years?
I hope to be a successful actor who's doing a lot of movies, maybe in Hollywood or India.
Apart from Hollywood and Tollywood, I mean the Indian films, is there any other language you're planning to act in?
I don't know any other languages, but even if I don't know the language, I can still act as long as I know what the character is saying. But I'm not really planning to, because I don't really know of any other industries that I'm familiar with, because I only watch Indian movies and Hollywood movies.
Okay. Thank you, Roni. It's been a pleasure having you here. We wish you a huge success in the future.
Thank you so much.
When I was 10, my father decided who I should marry.
This is your wife.
I have a wife?
But I was in love with the girl next door.
You should talk to her instead of being a peeping Tom.
What do you think of these all-American metal grilling contests?
It's not a contest, it's a barbecue.
It is done. The pruners are coming over Sunday for a metal grilling barbecue.
What's cooking? Who are these pretty ladies?
This is my wife and daughter.
Who's who?
I'm Nalini.
Melanie.
Nalini.
Melanie.
Smith?
Never run with a loaded gun. It's dangerous and stupid. Stay here, don't move. Son of a...
Don't worry, he'll be back soon. My parents are splitting up. I can't stay here. I don't want to lose my best friend.
Smith?
I knew you'd come.
Running after girls, saving their lives? Like a knight in shining armor.
Hurry up, Smith! Lickety-lick!
Lickety-split!
చూశారు కదా రోని గురించి ఎన్ని విశేషాలు తెలుసుకున్నాము. మరో అతిథితో మళ్ళీ కలుద్దాం. అంతవరకు సెలవు.